We're back. Day two. Day two. I made it to day two. Surprisingly. Let's get it started in here. Let's get it started in here. You made it to day two though. Here we go. I went to LA vlog. Let's check this. Either that or probably see we
every video we're giving away.
I don't know if no boys are actually. I don't want them to flag my shit. So. You know what? The Twitch viewing bot.
Chewy has savory favorites, a gravy masterpiece, delicious options from Fancy Feast.
Welcome to What's Next for your career, for your future. At SJVC, we're training the next generation.
If you've been a part of the streaming community in any capacity, there's a chance you've heard the word viewbotting. Viewbotting, a tactic used since the early days of streaming, involves artificially inflating a streamer's view count by adding fake viewers to boost visibility on platforms like Twitch, which we'll mainly talk about in this video. This practice helps streamers appear more popular and rank higher in their streaming category, making it easier for others to discover their content. Despite its potential benefits, viewbotting is a violation of Twitch's terms of service and can lead to a suspension or banning, and it's looked down on for obvious reasons. Nevertheless, many streamers continue to use this method without getting caught. But many do get caught, like the streamer by the name of Queen Gloria RP, who will go viral in March for accidentally showing the app she uses to viewbot, and after realizing her mistake, quickly restarts her stream in embarrassment.
Yikes.
I will be right back, guys. I'll just come back in a sec. Are you guys still here? Internet went out. No, I needed to do a little my OBS was asking me to reset something and I needed to stop streaming.
Someone in the comments said, imagine having boobs and still having to viewbot, which is crazy, but he's not lying. Women basically live life on easy mode, and some folks are just down bad. Some internet detective pointed out how her ear got so red from her nervousness, which was a pretty good catch, I'm not gonna lie. Soon after, Gloria would get banned on Twitch, responding in a video saying this was her first and only time viewbotting, but the comments weren't buying it.
You can see for yourself that I had never, ever botted any stream of mine. For those 2 years that I've been streaming, always been pretty legit. Quick research showed me that actually botting wasn't that difficult. That tempted me. I managed to get caught the first time and only time I do it.
Within the past year or so, I would see clips and situations here and there relating to the topic of viewbotting, but this specific situation led me down a rabbit hole to see how viewbotting is affecting the current state of Twitch.
I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people
whispers through the years from streamers like Trainwrecks TV, who even before becoming a partial owner of Kick, has hinted at a good percentage of Twitch being infested with viewbots.
In the top 100, at least 90 out of 100 are not only blatantly viewbotting, but we're talking massively viewbotting. Because you can't tell at that point.
The number one botter is on Twitch. It's multiple people actually that are botting massively.
By massively, is this more than 20,000?
Even XQC's Twitch seems botted.
50,000?
Like they
I'd
don't not say
minimum between 10 and 20,000 bots.
Now I can't say for sure how credible this specific info is, especially coming from someone whose platform Kick is full of streamers who viewbot. What I can say is, where there's smoke, there's fire. In April of this year, Twitch did a massive permanent ban wave of partner streamers, many of whom have not gotten their accounts back since. A streamer by the name of Big X had a few things to say about this, as he was informed about the reasoning for these bans from his manager.
Wait. So they packed those up for botting their views?
Not all of them. There's a couple more. There's a couple more that I sent to my manager. Affiliate gone, partner gone. Bro, you are scamming a company.
That's what I'm about to say.
Amazon.
Like
Do you know who Twitch is back? You know who pays you? Amazon.
That same month, a popular streamer named Clicks revealed that he was approached by an anonymous Twitch viewbotting company to add viewbots to his stream, which he declined. The viewbot issue has gotten so bad that you have streamers beefing with each other and putting allegations on people for viewbotting. About a month or so ago, XQC accused up-and-coming streamers associated with Kai Cenat like Rakai and Reggie of viewbotting, basically pointing to the quote-unquote unusual rate that their viewers were chatting, aka active chatters, which is not really the best evidence to base an accusation on, and I'll get into why later.
They're all view butters. I don't give a fuck saying anybody these days. I'm not bro. Imagine thinking that I play this racket where like I need those like.
Dude, he is too though.
I don't give a fuck. They're all view butters. I don't care.
He's view botting too.
From a 1 candy to 20 candy overnight. Like bro, I mean I've been here before. Like I'm not stupid.
Some people said that 60 to 100,000 people aren't tuning into a Reggie or Rakai stream, implying that they don't have that level of motion. I don't keep up with these two consistently, nor do I have a horse in this race, but Rakai and Reggie are closely associated with the biggest streamer on Twitch, Kai Cenat, and even does collabs with him all the time. It's normal for viewership to spill over. Just look at Streamer University, for example. Some streamers who had viral clips most likely saw significant growth, like the one female streamer who went viral for being bullied by another streamer, and now she has built a following off of that, even collaborating with Agent Zero. Associating yourself with Kai leaves a lot of room for growth. It's pretty simple. Another streamer who faced view-botting allegations recently was DDG, who has been going on a crazy run lately that I covered in a video about a month ago. The streamer accusing him is Low-Tier God, whose whole argument is that there is no way that DDG could have as many subs as Kai Cenat, the biggest streamer on the platform.
If you think that this nigga got 70,000 authentic subs, you're out of your f***ing mind. You don't just do this randomly. Bro, somebody find me a clip from 2 months ago. Where was the sub count at? Nobody grows that fast on Twitch. 70,000. Kai averages 100,000. You gonna tell me this only what? Some thousands under Kai? Bro, the shit's botted, my nigga.
DDG responded, roasting him and denying the allegations.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. I don't care enough to bot no views, brother. My real passion is music. I just come on this motherfucker. I have fun.
You gonna tell me this only what? Some thousands under Kai? Bro, the shit's botted.
You can't bot subs, you stupid. How you can how can you bot subs?
I know, I was about to say that. How do you bot subs?
Don't you do it? Cause this is bad. You got 26 subs the whole time, bro. Cause you need that. I didn't need it. I had 43,000 before I touched base in Japan. And you talking about Kai, bro. Kai gifted damn near 5,000 subs. Speed gifted 5,000 subs. These my homies you trying to compare me to, bro. It's not the same. No one knows you, brother. You ain't got enough money.
I don't believe these.
Listen up. If you've been injured in a recent car accident, what you do next can make or break how much money you get. Here's the biggest mistake I see.
I don't think DDG
is view botting, and I'm not even a fan, so you can't pull that type of shit.
I'm not even a fan
either. DDG had a 7-day streaming event collaborating with countless rappers and popular artists. Does this nigga live under a rock or something? There's no surefire way to detect if someone is view botting or not.
I don't think
you just have to analyze things like engagement on other platforms like Instagram and Twitter. I won't use TikTok because there's so many cases of followers/viewers on TikTok not translating to other platforms. You can have 1 million followers on there and next to nobody is keeping up with you anywhere else. Like Jack Doherty, who has been caught view botting on Twitch before.
Okay, Jack Doherty with the views. Look at
I don't know. Jack Doherty's for sure view botting.
Whoa.
Bro had 7,000 viewers with a graveyard for a chat. You gonna tell me with a straight face that 7,000 people are sitting to watch a Jack Doherty stream in 2020?
No way.
Let's be real here. Another thing to look at is live chat engagement, like on polls, for example. Let's say a streamer has 1,000 viewers and only 100 or less of them are interacting with their poll. That could be a sign of someone view botting. A good example of a normal ratio of viewers interacting with the poll is iShowSpeed's poll from his YouTube stream from God knows when. As you can see, he has over 300,000 viewers, with 200,000 of them voting on a poll that started 1 minute ago. Speed is so well known even outside of the internet that view botting wouldn't even make much sense. Another method people are now using to detect if someone is view botting are extensions like Twitch Enhancer, which separate viewers into categories. This method is flawed because the left number is the number that Twitch uses without the extension, and the right number are people connected to the chat, meaning about 300 people aren't connected to the chat. And this is just an example. This doesn't mean that these viewers are 100% view bots. Either they have the stream open without the chat open, or they're waiting on a specific screen without being logged in. This specific screenshot seems like a normal ratio for viewers on Twitch, as if you have enough viewers, your stream will get pushed to all types of people. As for the future, I often ask myself, will this ever really stop? Despite letting users report a streamer for quote-unquote viewership tampering, I'm still reluctant to believe that Twitch will actually do anything significant. This is a good start.
Let's be real, Twitch is not gonna do shit.
But not enough. Twitch may continue letting certain creators roam free based on the revenue/engagement they're bringing to the platform. Similar to how in the past, they let those hot tub streamers continue to operate
The
on their
hot
platform
tub
despite it
streamers.
being against their TOS. Anyone remember this? Yeah. Wild times. As long as you're making Twitch money, plus
That's
depending on
crazy.
who you are, they'll turn a blind eye to it. I don't want to keep citing Trainwrecks as a source, but he claims that the Twitch CEO Dan Clancy is completely aware of the site's view botting problem
he
and
knows.
warns that if Twitch doesn't do anything to stop it, there will be an industry-wide adpocalypse. Similar to what happened on YouTube around 2016-17, which
what
led to a
happened?
lot of policy changes on the platform, with creators getting paid significantly less from advertisers based
Dang.
on stricter guidelines when it comes to uploading content.
Of the English-speaking category, 90 out of 100 are view botting. 90 out of 100 on Twitch are view botting in the English-speaking category. The entire site is botted. It is insane. Twitch has a terrible view botting problem, and I know Dan Clancy is completely aware of it. Will Twitch, like Kick has done, become aware of the view botting problem, actually release programs that deter it? If not, if this continues, there will be an adpocalypse like there was for YouTube for Twitch.
I think this has a real chance of happening because if view
I don't
botting has
know.
run so rampant on Kick, what makes you think they aren't on Twitch? I can keep giving you examples. Just ask anyone a part of the NBA 2K community.
Of course, everybody on Twitch buys bots. It's like $3 for like 100 views for an hour.
Really?
You could even buy Kick views. You can buy Twitter likes, impressions. Like, and he showed me proof. He's like, I'm about to buy this right now and do this to somebody's channel right now, because they could do it to somebody else's channel too. You just type the name of the channel that you want to buy, and you can buy people's bots. Like, it's actually insane.
As recently as May 1st, Twitch was taken over by view-botting trolls who targeted big streamers like Asmongold and Hassan, whose viewers sat at 120,000 and 130,000, but would quickly go back to normal around 36,000 and 54,000. View-botting is an issue in the streaming space as a whole.
Food's here, but your phone's there. What's more important than your education? Sushi? Panini? Jambalaya?
It's a Mac. I can just mirror my phone from here.
We didn't make it a stream too,
Oh,
though.
glad we learned something.
Hi, I'm Alex Ojeda, and today we're at Splashway Water Park in Sheridan, Texas, which was recently voted America's #1 outdoor water park. We're here to put that title to the test.
How can I help you?
Today by rating 12 levels of water slides, from the smallest kid slides to the most extreme free fall and zero gravity drop slides. To make this more fun and fair, I've brought along my friends Kevin, Russ, Apple, Bree, and Josh to help me rate each slide. Every slide will be rated from 1 to 10, giving us a possible perfect score of 120. If our combined ratings score over 100, then Splashway truly deserves its spot as one of the best outdoor water parks in the USA. Let's jump right in.
Nah, that park is ass.
Right behind me is a $3,000 per night hotel room with a bunch of security at the front entrance. And we're about to see if we can get through, because it's definitely not for broke people like me. I'm gonna try a brand new sneak-in method for this one, which means I'm changing into a business suit disguise. Now we're looking fresh. Now we're looking like a billionaire. And we're about to make our way in. Let's go. Come on. Thank you. They said welcome back, so acting like I belonged in here. Now the two main things I desperately need to find to survive is any kind of food or a drink, and a place to sleep where a security guard won't see me. Now I've got to try and survive in here for 12 hours without being suspected or caught. And that's the only way I succeed this challenge. We just need to keep on moving. This is like a $100 million penthouse. What even is this? We're gonna go to level 1. Back to this level. This is not good. These cameras. Do these even work? get away from that. Okay, I promise. I'm not going back to the restroom. That's not happening. You've also probably noticed nobody is around because only the richest of rich can be here. This whole area is like golden. It's like Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. If needed, we could potentially sleep right here. This is luxury. But I could also hide underneath this couch right here, which could be an OP play. We might do that. Whoa. I told you, dinguses, this place is exclusive, and this is only level 1. There's going to be 3 levels in this challenge, and each one is going to get exponentially more harder and luxurious. You guys know how to get to the hotel rooms?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's this way?
So, and all the way down to there should be a reception there to help you.
Thank you. Yo, you guys are good workers. See ya. Alright, I'll go there in 2 minutes. I gotta go to the toilet. They were taking me back to the lobby, the reception. That's not where I need to go. Those kids are probably gonna stitch up. We need to go to the restrooms now. This is the one.
Damn, what the hell?
If we don't return back here. Someone just tried to open the door. I'm dropped. I feel like they're looking for me now. This is it.
And he's there.
Yeah, I'm here with my Uncle Dingus. Is that on level 25, I think? Like
these elevators don't go to 25.
Oh, really? Which ones go to 25? Yeah, that's pretty sad.
You're in the wrong building. You will not gain access to level 25.
All right.
Here.
Hey, man. Thank you. Do you know where level 25 would be? Like in which building?
You see where she's just walked out?
Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh, no.
No.
Oh, yeah. Hey, Uncle Dingus, what's up? Oh, wait. No, I'm sorry. How are you?
Uncle Dingus, what's up?
I'm gonna follow these guys up the elevator. Does your scanner scan any of them, or does it only go to your level?
Not yet, but I think you need to scan outside the door.
Damn, 25 levels.
I came in with Joe Biden. No. When on their level, those guys were questioning me. I'm just glad it wasn't security, because then the challenge was done. What? Imagine those guys came out. There were no rooms open that I could get into to sleep, so I need to get back to the other hotel and get into those exclusive elevators, which has the penthouse suites, the restaurant, and the luxurious pool. But the only way up is by using a guest key tag. The worker was giving me the evil look in the sun.
He's just waiting for someone to go in.
There's 5 cameras above me right now. It felt like my dream of getting up there was never going to happen until this lady came with the blessing. Yeah, is this going to the restaurant?
Bet.
Getting to Atrium.
Yeah.
Oh, it's beautiful restaurant. You're doing very, very good hands.
Alright, that's good.
Just go through there.
Yep, okay. Yeah. Thank you so much.
What?
Hello. Good, how are you? No, I was just by myself, yeah. Now, this is extremely high risk, but I'm gonna pretend I'm a hotel guest so I can receive free food and drinks at this restaurant. Thank you. Free Andrew Tate sparkling water. Thank you. Free mousetrap. So, an iced caramel latte, please. Appreciate it. Thank you. That's good. No, give this a 10. And if you think that's crazy, just wait until you see what's coming for level 2 and 3. These 3 workers were looking at me. I'm gonna finish my coffee fast and go to the guest-only hotel elevators and try and get to the pool area or just find a place to stay. Something. Now we're done. Let's go. These are the guest elevators we're going in. The workers are currently distracted. Hurry up before we get caught. Oh, yes. Oh, crap. Oh, it's taking us. It's taking us down.
Damn.
Another staff room. Oh, sorry. You good?
Work.
Are you guys able to scam me to 64? Because my uncle's currently at that level, so sure. Oh, thanks, man.
They're all laughing.
Thank you.
Level 64.
You got it.
Oh my goodness. about to get a boner right now. This is amazing. I'm just gonna experience this for a bit, have fun. This is woken me up. Currently 7 hours. Oh my gosh. Look, that shadow behind the door. I thought that was a guy. Oh my god, that was a heart-dropping moment. That made me realize we're still at a high risk and could fail the challenge. So I need to stick to the task and find somewhere to sleep whilst experiencing the luxury of this hotel. Oh my goodness. It's free water. Oh, I was so dehydrated. Yes, that's what I need. Yo. Oh. Shaving kit. Bonjour, my friends. Unfortunately, I've got the energy of an egg right now. I need to actually try and find a place to sleep. This could be an option right there. Then I realized I have the perfect spot. Which means level 1, we succeeded. But now for level 2, it's about to get exponentially crazier. We're about to travel across the world to the United States of America. For level 2, I'm at the Beverly Hills Hotel, where the rooms go for $7,000 per night.
The Beverly Hills Hotel has been the hangout for the most glamorous stars in the world.
Is there a toilet around here? Go to the lobby. All right, thank you.
There's hella security there.
Hi, do you guys have a toilet that I could use in here? Of course. Thank you. Straight in to the... Wait, was it? Excuse me, where's the restaurant area? Sticky, where is it? Alright, thanks.
Yikes.
Now, as you can tell, the Beverly Hills Hotel is one of the most highly secure hotels in the world. And if I get caught and trespassed, I can get deported and banned from the US. The security guy was looking at me. The one that let me in earlier was looking at me. Oh my gosh. Crap. We're cornered. We have to go this way.
Yikes. Bro's trying to stay there overnight. Free.
I got a free
water.
Look at these rooms. It's the same shit.
It's the same shit. Rich water tastes different. Security.
This is not good. It's an emergency exit. Only alarm door. I'm not falling.
Damn. The security guard is there. That shit is packed with security. Pack security.
Which is not good, because now I'm at a high risk of being spotted, so I need to find a discreet location to sleep.
It always trips me out how like their eyes turn red with the camera. That shit's weird.
The room is being serviced. That's perfect.
I've seen my eyes turn red too, but just so.
The door's shut now. That means someone came out and locked the door. Someone came out of that elevator. Holy shit. That almost gave me a heart attack and sent me to hospital. I gotta turn the light off.
Oh. Maybe it is real. I'll just pretend I'll just fall. The hell? Oh, it is a worker. Oh shit.
I'm gonna jump this fence right here.
Figure out.
It's wet, so someone could so easily be inside there. someone that's poor, someone that has $0 to their name, experiencing this rich trillionaire lifestyle. It's actually crazy. Even I'm not even experiencing it. We just gotta hope we don't get caught and keep moving. Yeah, I'm gonna go the opposite way to that. Definitely not that way. I'm not going that way.
Damn.
That's a private room.
Fuck it.
What in the world is this?
What the world is going on?
I'm sorry, I'm back in the restaurant. Look at this, everything's golden.
Golden?
All we need to do is sleep here overnight, and I'm gonna be sleeping in a golden restroom. Bro, that's easy work. My pillow consists of 2 toilet papers and a t-shirt.
What the fuck?
Amazing. But then as I was sleeping, I did not expect this to happen.
What?
Oh my goodness. We did it.
Oh, good.
We did it. Thank you. See ya. Hotel Bel Air, level 3, the make or break. We're gonna have to do our best job at convincing or bribing these people that Uncle Dingus set me up to this hotel. These walls are massive. The problem with this, it feels like a prison. It feels like you're gonna get locked in. The front entrance is over here. Look how many cars there are. We're about to get through. Let's attempt
What's up,
this.
Bel Air?
I'm going. Hey, I have a booking for a penthouse suite for tonight to meet Uncle Dingus. Do you know where that is?
Yeah, up the steps, past the archway, towards your right.
All right, thank you. Oh my God, I don't even know how I just did that. I know for a fact I won't survive here, so I want to accomplish 3 tasks before I get kicked out. Number 1 is to find the exclusive pool and jump in it. Oh, hello. Enough jokes, let's go. Number 4. I want to get through these missions one at a time. Oh, look at these fish. Just eat it, imagine. Look at this. Oh my goodness. Where could the pool be? Level 1 is the hotel. It's definitely down that way. What even is this? It's like an auction or something. To go through the lobby entrance and then try and find the pool there. I think it might be on this side. No one questioned us. Oh yes, here we go. See the pool. Shut. I'm going in. I came here with a mission. If it means I get caught, I get caught. Oh, there's someone coming. Someone coming. Oh, this is nice and warm. Oh, someone's coming. I'm done. I tried ducking, but my head just floated back up. I'm getting out now. Because they've probably already sent security to come my way. Let's put the clothes on fast. So Jimmy, I'm coming for you at 100,000 subscribers. I'm sneaking into Mr. Beast headquarters. We're gonna do this together. No one's doing it like me. Task number 2 is to get free food and drinks at the exclusive 5-star restaurant. But what I'm about to do is insanely risky. Use room 375.
Yeah,
Jim? This 7 hours that I've been here so far, I could have never afforded that. My YouTube chat is virtually nothing every single month. So I'm glad that us dinguses, me and you, could achieve this goal together. To survive here for 12...
At Planet Fitness, there's a number of ways to get strong, and they all add up to one membership, the Planet Fitness Black Card. Access any location, bring a friend anytime.
After a dog named Brownie attacks a family, the neglectful dog owner shows up while an officer investigates, and he is not happy.
I don't want to call the police on nobody, but that can't be. There's too many kids.
This is the second time.
There's too many kids.
Okay, so
I don't know if you want to get
so just explain it one more time. What happened?
He was walking across the street.
We were walking across.
Okay. And he come over there, and she knows him. She said, "Brownie, go home." And he took off charging after her and chased her, knocked her down,
and then bit her
on the butt.
Bit her on the butt.
Bit her on the
skinned
butt.
Her knees up. Okay, I got you.
She watched the whole thing too.
Okay, ma'am, can I get a statement from you real quick?
Oh, she's probably gonna be pretty soon.
He jumped right on top of her over there when he knocked her down.
And there's a pen. Don't steal my gold pens, please. When the dog jumped on her, you grabbed the dog and pulled him off?
He never would let me grab him, but I charged at him and he started walking back. and I got firm with him, told him to get his ass home, and I went over.
Get his ass.
Oh, and he went into the house when you opened the door on his own, and then.
Not lovingly. Yeah, he respected his attitude, and he followed barking him, harassing him the whole time.
Is this all you need from us, Pet?
Who, what, where, when, how. We are good. We'll take care of the situation. I'm trying to figure out one question real quick before I take action.
What's that?
Whether I can go in the house and get the dog. He's home right
there.
Uh-oh, here's the owner.
Oh, come on, I'm coming over there. Hold on, I'm going to talk to them. I'm going to talk to you.
He said, I want to talk to them.
You are going to talk to me because your dog's running at large.
Oh, here we go.
Okay, I'm taking the dog.
Take the fucking dog.
Okay.
Oh!
What you want to do?
Okay.
Then
You
I'm
need
not
to chill out.
He knocked her down right there. You don't need to do that. Put that thing up. I'll get him in your fucking car. Call the.
Okay.
You're not taking. Call the dog warden. Call the dog warden.
Call the dog warden.
You're not taking.
If you interfere with my investigation, I will take you to jail for obstruction.
For what?
For obstructing me in the activity of what I'm doing
I'm not
here.
obstructing you anything.
Get the dog. You can put him in the car.
I don't know. He needs to be transported properly. Call the dog warden, please.
The dog warden's not on duty.
Well, then I want to tell you, he's not going to be.
All of this over.
You're going to choke him with that.
I'm not going to choke him, but you can put him in the car if you'd like. He's going over to the dog pound.
Call the dog warden.
I'll pull.
How are you going to take the dog pound from there?
24 hours, I can put him in a cage over at the dog. Urbana PD will meet me over there and unlock the cage so I can put him in there.
So he's just going to be sitting there.
No, the dog warden comes in the mornings and
there's
feeds
the
the dogs
dog
and waters the dogs.
And I didn't mean for this to happen, man. I honestly didn't. And they got a hard on for me anyway. It's not your fault. I'm so sorry, sweetheart. Man, he is out here aggressive as hell. I don't know. I understand why. I get it. I don't understand. He's never like that. He was barking at me and I put him in. I put your trash can from your door. So my wife. What it is. You gotta do. I'm sorry. I will take care of it.
Okay. I'm gonna pull my cruiser.
You know what?
No, none at all.
Let's see what happens.
It's just asshole.
Joshua, I'm gonna pull my.
Call me Joshua. It's not my name. Call me Mr.
Okay,
Oh
Joshua.
shit.
Hey, I'm gonna pull up here and.
You guys don't give me a bit of respect.
Oh no.
I apologize for that. He doesn't like me very much.
Nobody likes cops. Let's be real.
He's an asshole. He wants to have you killed.
Damn. Oh, that poor dog.
This guy right there.
Just put him in the car.
This
man.
guy right here is an asshole.
You gonna have him killed? I'm gonna say goodbye to my dog, my companion.
That's not up to me. That's up to the dog warden.
It's up to you.
It is not.
Otherwise, he'd be staying here.
That's not how things work, man.
It's only because you choose to let things work that way. It's your choice in this matter. You're choosing to do this.
No.
So you're trying to stick it to me.
I am not.
By killing my dog.
I got called out here, man.
You're sticking it. Okay, I'll turn it over now.
No, that's not how things work,
It
man.
is how it works.
The dog is being seized, man.
Because you're a piece of shit, Patrick.
Okay.
You're a piece of shit, Patrick.
Okay.
Oh, that word that.
Entire department.
Okay.
That dude right there is gonna have you killed. I'm sorry, bud.
No.
For all these years,
poor
he's got me through a lot
dog.
of hard times. You're gonna have him
Poor
killed.
dog.
Okay.
It's so sad.
I hope the worst for you. I hope your fucking wife cheats on you again. I hope you gain a bunch of weight. I hope you're fucking everything. I hope the worst for you.
I hope the worst
You're
for
gonna have
you.
my companion killed. He just got me through all my depression, my accident, and everything. You're gonna have him killed. And I can't handle it civilly with the people I know very well. You're gonna interfere instead of giving my ticket. Let me handle this and find a good home for him. You're gonna have him killed.
Mr. Put him in the car. We're done. I'm not going to get into any argument with you whatsoever,
We're done.
I'll
okay?
be done when I'm ready to be done. I'm not. This is my. You're trash, dude.
Okay. And you can have any opinion that you want of me.
You're
So leave him
trash.
here. Let me find somewhere to deal safely. You're gonna have him killed. Humanely, I can have him placed humanely, but you're gonna have him.
C12 1100 LB33.
Have him killed. That's what you care about. That's why you guys love violence and love tickets. Instead of doing things properly, doing what's right for the community and helping people, you want to hurt them and put them down and kill animals. Apparently, you can go to to sleep feeling good about yourself. You will because of speed.
Oh my God. You're going on for a while.
I'm going to forgive you guys for this. I will have your job for this.
I will have your job for this.
Inappropriate behavior from a teacher, coach, or school staff member at a California school when you were...
Sure. Okay, I'll be back with charges for you. You're clear.
You can hand it to me.
Okay, no, I are on
investigation of the incident and whether the dog is determined to have rabies or not after quarantining. After the investigation, the dog could be returned to the owner with conditions. The dog attack. While the dog's fate is unknown in this incident, let us know your official.
Should the police treat it as just another animal incident or as a preventable assault with real victims?
I don't know. They should just treat it like another incident, in my opinion. Like a little incident to go. Damn. Entitled mom takes.
On January 3rd, 2025, an officer with the Findlay Police Department in Ohio was dispatched to the Dick's Sporting Goods in reference to a retail theft. What started as a simple call later involved officers from at least 3 different departments and a determined civilian who caught everyone by surprise.
Hi. We just had a lady walk out with 2 of our bog bags with
someone robbed
products stuffed into them. Here's my video of her. Yeah, she put them in, obviously you can see her putting them in the trunk of her car.
I just saw you walk out of my store with 2 bog bags filled with stuff.
Can you get me at least a price on the bags?
So that's $170.
It's got dark tinted windows on it.
170, that's nothing.
Yeah, it might be behind me. There's one behind me right now. We're just coming up to Main and 99. Yeah, this is it.
Oh. She got caught real quick. Oh, she's gone.
I don't think she's gonna stop. Headquarters.
I do not think she's gonna stop either.
I think they just got it.
Today, awesome. Yo, that makes me so happy. I love that. It just like makes my day.
I'm not saying they should steal, but like, I don't know. I guess I don't know. It makes the price go up, but I don't think they should do all that. Just let it go. It's a corporation.
Nice, love that.
They're just gonna replace it. All this for a freaking $100. Maybe $1,000 stuff. Maybe I can understand that, but $100. Like, come on. Let's be real here. Let's be real. They don't got nothing better to do.
Driver, stop your car.
$100.
You in the Honda, stop your car. No, pull over and stop right now. Yeah, we're stuck in traffic. She's responded to the PA. She's gonna stop here at Reineke.
He said he's gonna be on with him in just a moment.
Driver, pull over now.
Bro, come on, you're driving a Honda. We're not going nowhere. Stop. Just stop. It's $100. It's nothing. Come on. You running is gonna make it worse. What you're doing right now is way worse than you stealing.
We're up to 75 now.
That stealing shit is a little. Just give it back. Fuck it. Take the tip.
Of course, I'll be with him. I'll be calling the pursuit. You can get us on pursuit channel.
Now you're in a pursuit with things that are worth $100. Let's get it. Vámonos. You know what? Never mind. You're hauling ass. Damn, you're hauling ass. Damn. Okay. Never mind. You're hauling ass. Holy shit. 105 in a Honda. Oh damn.
Oh yeah, I get to fill out another one of these.
Hey, at least we caught this one.
Yeah. Well, you guys had a lady.
Now, I will tell you, it's dangerous going out there, even to get a license plate. But the license plate does help a lot.
I know.
626, you want me to take over this?
Plate does help a lot.
Yeah.
Ain't no way. For $100, these cops have nothing better to do in this county. There's no way. What county is this? There's like nothing ever going on.
Okay.
Okay.
see what I'm saying? All that shit for a purse. Come on, man. I mean, I'm not trying to be on the other girl side, but like, I'm not saying that her getting away, but purse.
Workplace is shutting down, but no worries. Connect Team's all-in-one employee management app has everything you loved about Workplace and a
Officer 3. Bro, you're gonna wreck your vehicle. Please don't wreck your vehicle. Please. Because you're wrecking your vehicle, bro. It's bars. It costs more than that, but you're stealing. Just give it up. Just give it up.
Just past the 170 northbound.
Cops are not stopping. Just give it up. It's up.
Traffic's doing an excellent job of yielding to me moving, so I'm pretty much able to stay in the lane.
Even if for some reason they call it off and they let her go, the license plate does come back to her. So I could tell by the video you took that it was her from her DMV picture. So they may call
She's
it
like
off.
absolutely amazing. That's great. She's
If it gets too dangerous in 75,
I'm glad you're gonna be able to get him.
So we'll charge her.
Okay.
Okay.
Wonderful. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yep.
I get it. She's doing her job. She's doing her job. She's doing her job. Good job, Karen. You win nothing for doing that.
No, I just passed the deputy in the berm, but he's not in the pursuit. He's just pulled out. No lights or sirens or anything like that. It's just me right now. Speeds right now are 107.
Like, let's say, what if she dies?
Yeah, then you got her killed. Traffic. She's gonna have to either go on the berm or go right.
Oh no!
And she's on the berm.
And they're not moving. Those cars are not. Why aren't those cars moving?
That trooper should have caught you by now. There's another one coming by me now. Yeah, I don't have any other lights behind me. I got that deputy back there, but he's not in it. We're middle lanes, the 181. We're just went underneath the overpass here.
Oh, she got stop sticks. Oh, Officer 3 got him too.
She didn't hit the spikes there for whoever tried that.
Dereg.
She just took the 187. 187.
Never mind. All this for a purse.
Eastbound here on 582.
Come on now.
Township.
Let's see her right. Obviously she's in a wreck. She's not gonna stop.
9-1.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Damn.
Just took a pit on her.
Oh my god. Why are there so many cops for one fucking purse? She's dumb. She's dumb.
If you would have stopped in Finley, and we would have wrote you a court date, and
Can you call him?
let me tell you something right now. I am being. I don't give a shit. Okay, you know how many lives you just put in danger out there? Myself, all these officers, all the citizens out there, and then you're worried about you.
With all of these
Yeah, shut
Hilton
up.
Honors points, I could
Here we go.
stay for free. At the Waldorf Astoria in the mall.
Cartnark.
Alright, Tears,
Cartnarks.
tell
Cartnark
what
with
kind
tears.
of store it is at the top priority here.
Doing God's work.
The front of the store here.
Not all heroes
Parked
wear
right
capes,
right
y'all.
in the middle of the
Not all
walkway
heroes
for
wear-
disabled people. Ah. You're so close. You
But
just go
yet
right
so
before the store.
far.
You could have headed up to that guy, in fact. Oh, come on now.
Come on.
Get it. Get it. You get it.
Well, I'm the cart narc, sir. What I do is I help folks realize that they have the power within themselves.
Oh.
Exactly, man.
They have the power within themselves.
Man, oh, I feel like you're nice. You said you're like a nice lady. Oh.
Hey.
Her passenger's
so
lazy bones in this case.
He's a lazy bones.
I got a magnet that says lazy bones on board.
I got a
back here. See, she knew. I had a feeling that she would have said, "I'm sorry." And would you do that for me, sir?
He stopped.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate you. Thank you for reconsidering. That says lazy bones. Let's say it says lazy bones on board.
Lazy bones on board.
Shut your bitch ass up. Touch something else over here. I'm gonna show you. Touch something else.
Are you gonna show me how to return a cart?
I'm gonna show you. Touch something else.
What's gonna happen then?
All right, play crazy, motherfucker.
I got one that says a litter bug.
Litter bug.
The crazy person is the one who. Oh, don't litter, sir. You littered on the ground. Now, sir.
Come on up here again.
Will you come over here and take your car back, sir? Sir, no, don't.
Hey, all right, you do that. You take it back.
No, I'm the cart narc, sir.
Why is this girl just? Why is this a girl? Not to be rude, but is this a girl or a guy?
If it's a
Not to
different
be
job,
rude.
it's a different job. Here, I'm gonna put the litter bug magnet on over here. Okay, see it, sir? Let's go with the fake out, sir. You fell for the fake out. I didn't do it that time.
Bro, really thought he put
See, your pride made you get out, though, sir.
I'm gonna beat your ass. You come up here and touch this
Sir, that's against the law to do that. That's against the law, sir.
Damn, everybody's
Damn,
just
you'll go to
coming to
jail.
him, making this.
Why not, sir?
But come over here and fuck with shit again.
Sir,
Do it again.
what's your cart?
Do it again.
Sir.
Do it again.
So you want me to do it or not?
Do it again.
Yes or no? Do you want me to do it?
Do it. Be a man and do it while I'm standing
Do
here.
Be a man and take your cart back, sir.
Be a man and take your car.
It's not about fighting, sir.
Ass over here and I'm gonna show you.
Sir.
I'm gonna put you in the motherfucking car.
Sir, how do you do that?
No way, all
You
this
can't lift
for a
that much.
cart.
Why you keep running then?
Because I'm not
You
here to
can't
fight
lift
you.
that
I'm not here to
much.
fight you.
No. I'm gonna put these motherfuckers on you quick.
I'm not here to fight you, sir. I'm here to get you to take your car back.
I'm here to get you
Now,
to get
sir,
your target.
you're blocking. It's your business, sir. Quite frankly. Now you're blocking the.
Play with
So I'm not trying to. I'm trying to have a conversation. I'm trying to converse.
I'm trying to
That's the
converse.
point, sir. Why aren't you trying to listen to me?
Play with me. I'm gonna show your bitch ass.
How you doing, sir? He's laughing at you, sir.
He's like, I watch the YouTube.
Oh, this guy didn't know anything. He just waving to that guy. He's blocking the driveway, so I'm letting him go. I guess you don't know me at all. You know that guy?
He's
Okay, great.
gone.
You got a free sticker.
Dude, that was fun.
Cart narcs out.
That was funny.
No, ma'am. We're doing a volunteer thing. We just make sure carts get back to where the cart corrals are. So that includes if someone wants to, we'll help them with load things and hold on to stuff.
He wants to do it.
Oh, is George? Is that George over there?
Yeah, the older man with the beard.
Sure. Yeah, we're just here just in case because he can't be everywhere at once, obviously.
Well, he's almost everywhere at once.
Does a great job.
You would be surprised. I only come here because George is here to help me get my stuff in my
Oh,
car.
that's fantastic. That's fantastic.
If
Yeah.
I give you something, will you give it to him?
Oh, you know what? I don't take tips, but I'll give it to him. Yes.
Yeah. Would you give it to George?
Yes, ma'am. Absolutely. Should I say it's from anybody in particular?
No. He
Okay.
won't know who wants stuff. He'll see me putting stuff in the car. Usually he even puts my stuff in the car for me.
Oh, that's very nice of him. Well, I'll give it to him right now. I see him up
George.
there at the loading dock right there. Thank you for being sweet. I will say, Narcoteers, that is an absolute first. I remember when I was a teenager, actually, I worked at a grocery store where you could take some people would ask to get your carts taken out to or for them or load them for them. And they would often leave you a tip of $1 or $2, which of course I would gladly take.
He just
You
took
don't
the
do
tip
that
and
these
dipped.
days anymore. Much less at a bigger store like this one. Hey, George, got a tip for you left out there from a lady says you help her a lot.
$3, not to be rude, but
Like this one. Hey,
you know
George,
what? It's a tip.
got a tip for you left out there from a lady says you help her a
Tip.
lot. Absolutely, appreciate it. So it's very rare. I mean, she's probably from an age where that sort of thing was done more often. It was more commonplace. Like I said, I'm old enough where, my first job, you would get tips for taking carts back.
All right, next. debunking a mom with a...
I'm not returning my shopping cart. And you can judge me all you want.
Yeah, happy to join in on this one. Hey, Agent Sebastian here. We don't do too many reaction videos, but this one is particularly interesting because this woman who definitely wants you very much to know that she has a doctorate and is a mother. Oh, Narcoteers right in front of us, too. No!
Uh-oh.
Young lady.
Lazy Bones.
Cart returns right over here. Guys. Cart returns right over here. The cart returns right behind us. No, I'm the cart narc. What I do is I narc out folks. I'm sorry? And Narcoteers.
Oh, that guy.
Some of you.
That looks like a freaking villain.
How's it going, guys? See what they did when they could have gone right over there? I've noticed the face tattoos, the glass. Come on, guys. It's right over there. Come on, right over there.
Do it. Hurry up and do it.
Got a Lazy Bones magnet here. You what?
He'll shoot him? I'll shoot your stupid ass, bro.
That's against the law. But that's not, it doesn't mean murder, sir. Well, he did threaten.
Damn, he said, you do that, I'm gonna shoot you. And he said, yeah, let me not do that.
Gun violence. In Narcoteers, there's something...
Gun violence, easy, something we don't do.
Called strategic tactility. That's tactility.
Some people just don't care.
It has to do with touching, not to do with tactics. But here's the point. The man with the illegal front window tint, face and neck tattoos, teardrop tattoo on the face, threatening gun violence, which, by the way, that is possibly a felony. I don't know if folks who are familiar with California law, but threatening to kill somebody in a believable manner, which he certainly had. Go ahead, sir. Thank you. That may be a violent threat to the point that it is a felony. I don't know. Anybody in the local jurisdiction, hit me up, because you really can't have that kind of person out in society. Forget the whole fact about leaving out carts, which you shouldn't. But for the moment, someone who's willing to threaten death over a magnet, which again, he said, well, that's illegal too. Number one, not really. And number two, there's a thing called proportionate response. If someone cuts you off in line at the movie theater, you can't murder them. Same thing with putting a magnet on your car. Murdering is not the appropriate response, because you're not somebody over the parking lot with.
Go with it.
A nice day. Getting pizza and a glizzy. I'm here for you too. Little guys here, one in the red and one in the blue. Possibly in the middle of a walk-off. Rare case. Well.
Why you shouldn't light a Florida wildlife officer? Idiots in cars to 323. What the fuck is this shit?
With Google Workspace, you can create a Gmail account with your own domain and branding, helping your...
This video is made for educational purposes and contains significant original text commentary.
Honestly, half my fault. Should have seen it coming. Bad driver like Mr. Oh shit! Watch out! Watch out!
You like Star Wars and Jedi. I only like the first three.
So the driver can't win.
The Jedi's are pretty much like superheroes. Yeah, I know that. Yeah, unbelievable. That way, who would win in a fight between like top Jedi?
This is Tesla. Oh.
Are you even thinking? You gotta look.
You gotta look.
And it was highlighted by the fact that that speed limit sign was flashing white light at us.
Cops hunt down a mass 16-year-old shooter. Gonna like, subscribe, grind, catch you know, let's get it. Oh damn! What the fuck? That fool is crazy. I'm gonna go get a cupcake for this one. It's gonna be good.
28th, 2020. On April 28th, 2024, exclusive body cam footage of a sergeant from the Seminole County Sheriff's Office in Florida shows the immediate response to a mass shooting inside an event venue. The investigation proceeding reveals shocking surveillance footage of the shooting inside an event venue. The investigation
God damn.
In Florida.
Why does it look like that was Florida?
The immediate
Florida
response
SG.
to a mass shooting inside an event venue. The investigation proceeding reveals shocking surveillance footage of the incident as well at an event venue. The investigation proceeding reveals shocking surveillance response to a mass shooting inside an event venue. The investigation proceeding reveals shocking surveillance footage of the incident as well as the surprising investigation proceeding reveals shocking surveillance footage of the incident as well as the venue. The investigation
who's all there. There's a lot of people there.
Proceeding reveals shocking surveillance footage of the incident as well as the surprising verdict of the shooter.
I can't hear with all the noise.
Uh-oh.
Don't you move. Who else? Who else? Nobody. He's the only shooter. We got at least one hit. Where?
Beat his ass.
Right there. 214 Seminole. Apparently we thought a victim hit on the premises with a gunshot. Hit FT started. Hey, Nick, with me. Let's find this victim. Hey, somebody shot over here, sir. Okay, hey, I got it. Yes, no. Hey, you still got a female down over here. We got a male.
Somebody is hit over here on the other side.
Wait, stop. You're not gonna accept that ridiculous offer for your car accident, are you? What do you mean? The insurance company offered
the side. Let's go.
Got multiple people down with gunshots.
Let's go.
Where's he hit at? Tie that off higher on his leg. Higher on his leg. All right, come on, let's go. Who shot over here? He's right there. He's over there. Who's there? Somebody. You got somebody right there. There's 2 people down there.
Give me a shirt.
Why is he over there?
Hey, Nick. Right here. You get people. Nick, do you have that firearm? Yeah. Secured in your pocket. I got a kit right here. Who's with the other guy? One of my other guys. Go with him. Where's she hit at? Where's she hit at?
When shots were fired, people jumped out the back windows and fell all the way down to the ground to get to safety, which caused this female's injury.
Just have her stay there. We got paramedics coming. Hey man, have you been hit by a gunshot?
No, I'm good, bro.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm just like. They thought everybody out here seems to be okay.
Hey, have somebody stand by with her. She jumped out of the back of your head. I can't hear anything on the radio. They're trying to attack him.
Oh shit, they're trying to beat his ass.
Everybody back up, everybody. Right now. He's the shooter. I know. Hey. Stand up. Stand up. Stand up. Do what they say. I'll call you over. Gotta get up. Out. No, I didn't. Sir, no, I didn't, sir. Walk over here to my car.
A 16-year-old? Damn. What the fuck?
No, I didn't, bro. Right there. Don't you move. Right there. I've got the shooter in custody. I didn't shoot no one, sir. Bro, I didn't shoot nobody, bro.
We're gonna take him to the hospital.
No. Leave him right there.
Nah, man, he's doing
FD's coming. He's fine.
I didn't shoot nobody. Bro, yes the
Hey, don't talk to him. If you saw it, stand over here. Stand over here.
You had that head on. You had that head on.
Stand over here. Stand over here.
wasn't me.
It looks like I've got a.
What the fuck? Yes, it was, bro. You're on video.
AE, it wasn't me, AE.
I'm gonna kill you and your mama. Back up. You're going to jail.
It wasn't me, sir.
Hey, I need to get this guy secured. They're trying to attack him.
Hey, get back. Hey, you won't get back.
There's somebody around the corner that's apparently been hit in the leg. Have him bring up here. Tell them not to move this guy.
Raise that jacket up and tell me it's a jacket to his head.
What?
Tell me if it's a jacket to that. I'm not drunk. Let me see if it's a jacket. Let me see if it's a jacket. You shot me.
Guys, back up. Back up. Let's go. Back up. We'll get back up. Back up. Back up. You got a cage?
Not the Huz.
Yes, sir. Secure him. Hey, pat him down one more time. We got the gun though. Hey, did we get him tourniquet? Okay, excellent.
He's tourniquet.
I know your guy had a kick.
You shot him in the ass?
All right, so just these two right now.
Yes. To knowledge, yes.
Hey guys, do me a favor. Start asking these people if anybody actually saw it. If they didn't, we need to start clearing people out of here. Okay, what's up? If they did, we need them to stick around though. All right, Nick. Let's start isolating who were witnesses, who saw anything.
Apparently, the girl who got shot said she has everything on video.
Run in and see if you can make contact with Jason and see if he can pull up the security camera footage inside and see if they've got everything on that too.
Okay, I still have the guy's firearm on me.
Okay, just hold on to it. Actually, you know what? Walk it over to Jerry and hand it off to Jerry. That's the gun they pulled off of him? Right. Okay, so just secure it in your car and keep everything with this guy. Does he have the mag too?
Yeah.
Okay.
What hospital are you going to?
Lake Monroe.
Where's the suspect?
He's in Jerry's car.
Okay.
We secured him. I had to hide him behind the fence here because people were trying to get at him.
Just one shooter, right?
What's that? Just one. Yeah.
It was at least 10. It sounded like at least 10.
Yeah, it was.
You were here too?
Yeah, we were both standing out front. We were gonna pop.
Shot
Get out of here. Shooting taker.
It doesn't matter.
Okay, I need everybody out of here. This is an active crime. Partner, did you witness what happened?
Nah.
I need you out of here, buddy.
Yeah, we DJing.
Once you get your, just get out.
They were DJing, but they didn't see nothing. What the fuck? How are they DJing but they didn't see shit? How's that work?
While officers look at the event
right
venue's surveillance footage, we've obtained this exact file that shows the same footage they're about to watch. A fight breaks out near the corner of the
fight breaks out.
Pool, which quickly leads to this suspect discharging the about to watch. A fight breaks out near the corner of the pool, which quickly leads to this suspect discharging their firearm. This is the same male that was arrested in the body cam footage. So this suspect same footage.
Ooh, I don't
look
know.
at the event venue's surveillance footage. We've obtained this exact file that shows the same footage they're about to watch. A fight breaks out near the corner of the pool, which quickly leads to this suspect discharging their firearm. This is the same male that was arrested in the body cam footage. Surprisingly, he wasn't the only person to fire their gun. Muzzle flashes can also be seen coming from this area in response to the other male firing his gun. More body cam footage shows officers reacting to this exact surveillance footage.
Something happens here, this fight. And then you see...
So he did shoot... Someone else shot somebody else in the ass.
So right here. You see that guy?
Yep.
That's him.
He's right on top.
And that was the kid.
But there's somebody else.
Boom, right there.
Crazy. Man, look how fast everybody cleared out of there.
Yep. I can't BJ. Holy shit.
Before getting to the repercussions for the people involved in this incident, even more exclusive body cam footage gives a closer look at the many victims the shooting caused that night.
Where's the shooter? Y'all don't see nothing? Oh, they already grabbed it. Perfect, because we got 2 shot out there. We got a female shot in the leg.
Where people shot?
Where they shot? Where's they shot? We got one down back of the cabana too. Where they shot? Where's they shot at?
Oh! What the fuck?
We got the shooter. Get your ass down! I'm going. Oh. Hey, we got 2 more down. Where's he shot? Where's he shot? You got shot? I'm good, bro.
No, he's not
good.
good.
Is she shot? She shot?
No, her back hurt.
Hey, are you good?
Gotta call a unit. A paramedic.
You shot? Are you shot?
No, I can't find the car. Please, I need help. I don't know, but I want to go.
Just go out that way.
She's drunk.
Go out that way.
Call an Uber.
Put it right here. Right here.
Yo, stupid.
If you want, you can sit it down. Hey.
Thank you.
Just hold it. Just hold it. It's not that deep, but take your pressure off. Sit down for me.
Yeah, sit.
Just lean down. Sit down. Sit down.
Huh? Sit.
Elevated.
Come on.
Okay, just sit down. Just sit down.
I'll hold it.
You wanna hold it?
Yeah.
Alright, go. Sit. Hey, you got more guys? Yeah, do you have gloves?
I gotta get my key.
Here, rapper. Okay, sit down too. Take your pressure off that leg. Sit down. Just sit down.
Yes, I'm good. I'm just bleeding.
Delete me. The internet can be a crazy place, but you know what? It's full of your data. Data brokers are...
The shooter who fired first was identified as Christopher Bowie, who was only 16 years old at the time of the incident. The second shooter was identified as a 20-year-old from Tallahassee, but he was not named a suspect, arrested, or charged with a crime in the shooting. 10 people, including star wide receiver Tank Dell for the Houston Texans, were taken to the hospital with gunshot wounds, mostly to their legs. All victims recovered from their injuries. Christopher Bowie was charged with 3 counts of attempted second-degree murder while discharging a firearm, 3 counts of criminal attempt to solicit or conspire to commit a capital felony, 3 counts of committing a first-degree felony with a weapon, and 1 count of possession of a firearm by a minor under the age of 18. He pleaded no contest and was found guilty on all charges. On April 28, 2025, exactly 1 year after the shooting, Bowie, who is now 17 years old, was sentenced to 10 years in prison, as well as 5 years of probation and a requirement to undergo mental health treatment. After his sentencing, Bowie filed a notice of appeal. He has since been assigned a public defender, and the state has filed an acknowledgement of the notice. Bowie was not involved in the initial fight that broke out, yet he still opened fire into the crowd. Authorities have not established a direct connection between Bowie and the individuals involved in the fight, and his specific intent or motive has not been publicly disclosed.
And this was supposed to be a night of music and having
Dang, that's crazy. Think that was there though. At the hair salon. See where I am being right here on my ready to go. Predator on toys. Oh, you know what? Right here. Chili scares. If I discern crimes caught on Google Street View.
Days In makes every winning moment even more epic, and Wyndham Rewards members score big time. No matter.
In October 2024, a Google Street View car captured what looked like the aftermath of a horrific crime in the small Spanish town of Tahueco. It captured a man loading a large white bag into the trunk of his car. Now, this easily could have had an innocent explanation. However, many noted that the bag's shape looked a lot like a human body. And unfortunately, that is exactly what it turned out to be.
Oh shit.
The bag contained the remains of a 32-year-old Cuban man named Jorge Luis Perez.
R.I.P.
He had gone missing in November 2023 after sending a message to his family saying he was leaving Soria, the place he had lived, with a girl he had met, and that he would no longer be using that phone. One of his cousins found this highly suspicious and reported his disappearance to the police. However, despite the investigators' best efforts, they were unable to find any clues that could help them find Jorge. There were no witnesses or any surveillance footage that could point them in the right direction. So the case went cold for months. Or at least until one of the investigators came across the Google Street View images in November 2024. Coincidentally, the Street View car had also captured the same man carrying the white plastic bag in a wheelbarrow on the way to his car. These images proved to be the final piece in solving the mystery of Jorge's disappearance. They were able to narrow down the list of potential suspects by tracing the vehicle back to its owner, a 48-year-old Tahueco resident named Manuel Isla Gallardo, who worked at the town hall in the neighboring town. However, Manuel had no prior history of violence or any other illegal activity, making it difficult for the authorities to arrest him without any solid evidence. But after tapping his phone and trailing him for a couple of weeks, the investigators uncovered the connection they were looking for. He was in a relationship with Jorge's partner, and as later investigation would reveal, Manuel and this partner kidnapped and later killed Jorge because of this love triangle. They likely would have gotten away with it as well, if not for the Street View images, a discovery that was nothing short of a miracle. You see, the town of Tahueco has fewer than 50 residents.
This video was brought to you by SimpliSafe. There's no safe
filled with serial killers
at an airport parking lot to investigate reports of an abandoned truck. Initially, it seemed like just another routine call with nothing unusual, but that's when it hit them.
It smells. I think it smells like detox. I smell something.
Inside the truck lay 4 brutalized and dismembered bodies hidden inside boxes. What officers didn't know at the time is that 11 more bodies lay buried and hidden in remote areas of the state. An active, twisted serial killer was on the loose, and detectives were already months behind.
Remember the last time you saw him? Maybe a couple of months ago. We don't care about anything else other than finding Mac, Jennifer, and Justin. Whoever did that is our focus.
I tied everything together yesterday when he did that. You know what I mean? Like, I know he lost them 3, man. I know he did.
Taking these other 11, did you take them all to the same place? If you ever came back out to New Mexico, would you be willing to take us?
Before Hack Reactor, I was delivering appliances and driving a truck, and now I'm a senior software engineer. I knew I had to go do something.
I don't know. 2-minute video, let's get it.
It started on a Sunday afternoon when police in Grants, New Mexico received a mysterious call. A landlord had just discovered something he described as disturbing while cleaning out an evicted tenant's home. Officers immediately headed to the address to investigate.
So this guy hasn't paid us since July, but with COVID going on, we couldn't evict him, so we've had nothing but problems with him. Anyways, we finally got him to move out, so I seen him today. We haven't come by, we haven't messed with him. Hopefully not kick his ass, you know. When I came by, he says, I'm gonna leave you a pile to throw. Well, we didn't know which pile, so we started to load it up. While we were moving some things, and we found this puppy in this box underneath some of the kid stuff, you know.
Okay.
So we go to put the puppy in the bag because we were gonna bury it, and then we see that they had tied a cord on its neck. Well, we've had, like I said, nothing but problems with these guys, so I at least want to put a report on file. I know we won't be able to say who did it and when, but that needs to be associated with him, you know, because we're gonna take him to court for a lot of other things, and if I can just have that on file, it'll help. Okay.
It was clear the puppy had suffered a horrific death. Animal control arrived shortly afterwards and confirmed it had been deliberately tortured, noting a cord tied tightly around its neck. The cruelty of the scene was deeply unsettling, and the officer immediately recognized they were dealing with someone truly twisted.
Yeah, that was just straight up.
Absolutely.
Gross.
That's just sad. That right there just really got to me because it's like that's not cool at all. Right?
No. Absolutely. Cruel, awful people.
Yeah, we tried to get in. My landlord. We tried to go into the house. They went in. They painted everything their own colors, and they just ruined everything.
Unfortunately for investigators, the puppy was just the first body. And in
Alright,
the coming days, police would uncover more gruesome scenes, strange disappearances, and disturbing evidence pointing to something far more calculated than anyone expected.
Damn, what the fuck? Why are the
That
cops so
same
behind?
day, Detective Robert Turney was assigned a missing persons case involving 19-year-old Matthew Miller. Matthew's grandmother had called 911 a couple of days earlier, worried because she hadn't seen or heard from him in nearly a week. It turned out police were already familiar with Matthew and knew he had previously struggled with substance abuse. So initially they assumed his disappearance was drug-related. Maybe he overdosed somewhere. But Matthew's family insisted something was different this time and urgently requested to speak with detectives. Trusting their instincts, Detective Turney decided to visit Matthew's grandmother, where he would discover some unsettling new possibilities.
Uh-oh.
So you guys can help me out by just calling around to hospitals, clinics, rehabilitation places, other county jails, and just see if he's there. So prepare for the worst and hope for the best. Okay. But I will tell you, I had more than enough to arrest Matthew several times, and he's not one of those people that I wanted to arrest. Matthew's not going to pull a gun on anybody, right? To get his drugs.
Yeah, no.
He's not that kind of person.
Yes, that's my main fear.
And he probably has a little bit of a complex because he knows he's that kind of person. And so he's going to be real hesitant to reach out and tell you guys the actual truth about this person took advantage of me.
Yeah, no, he wouldn't.
You know what I'm saying? So just forgive him. All you can do is tell him you love him and you forgive him and go from there.
After rehashing some information with Matthew's family, Detective Turney would go on to learn some critical details. Matthew's girlfriend told the family she saw him getting into a vehicle with several other people, including a blonde woman named Jennifer Lannon, someone Matthew had recently been spending time with. He also learned that Matthew often spent time with a close friend named Justin Mata and his girlfriend, Leonie Calzada. All three were known to use drugs together. Acting quickly on these promising new leads, police began searching locations Matthew was known to frequent, and soon enough, they located Matthew's Chevy Colorado truck parked and seemingly abandoned within a few blocks away from Leonie and Justin's residence. The truck was dirty, locked, and appeared to have been parked there for several days. Inside, detectives found clothing and personal belongings, as well as several unsettling items including a pair of rubber gloves and a shovel lying in the truck's bed. They also found multiple cell phones that were damaged in the front and back seats. It seemed clear Matthew hadn't intended to leave the truck there, and detectives sensed something wasn't right. Immediately, investigators canvassed the area and found surveillance cameras nearby, one of which captured Matthew's truck arriving at Leonie and Justin's address on January 26th, just 3 days before Matthew was reported missing. With these new alarming discoveries, Detective Turney knew the next logical step was to urgently speak with Matthew's friends, Justin Mata and Leonie Calzada, hoping they could shed some light on the situation. However, when they arrived at the couple's residence, they would quickly realize Matthew wasn't the only one missing.
Damn. What the fuck? Probably seen something they weren't supposed to.
No, just you? You sure? Okay, you okay if I come in? Hey, guy. My name's Robert.
He's gone.
He gone?
Yeah.
Hey, buddy. Okay.
This is Leonie Calzada, the girlfriend of Matthew's close friend, Justin Mata, and someone detectives suspected might know exactly what happened to Matthew.
This is very,
does drugs
Very
as a
important.
kid? That's crazy.
We're looking for Matthew Miller. He's been missing for over 2 weeks. When was the last time he was here?
Maybe a year ago, maybe?
A year ago.
When I first got this place, yeah. When I first got it, last January.
He hasn't been here since then.
Like, I know it very well.
What if I got video of his vehicle?
Maybe Justin had him here, man. When I had him myself.
Okay. When was the last time you saw him here?
When he was in the place. Once the remover, I first got this place.
A year ago? You think Justin would have,
He would have, yeah, probably.
when you weren't here?
I wouldn't, we were intentional, yeah. Because they said all that, yeah. But he left on 17th and came back. And then
17th, that's a long time ago.
Yeah, and then I went to talk to the guy in Kingman. He's like, yeah, they left each other. They left during the night and they're in Arizona.
Do you have any kind of way to contact Justin? You have a phone number?
No, he just left him, him took off.
Well, what's his phone number?
He
Email,
took
Facebook?
He took my phone, it's not working. Took my phone, yeah. Took a wife.
When's the last time you had any kind of communication with
That's
Justin?
when he said, go buy Coke. So I'm gonna go buy Coke.
What I would like to do, alright, is look around your house for any kind of evidence of Matthew Miller or any kind of foul play. I'm not looking for anything other than that.
According to Leonie, her boyfriend, Justin, had also mysteriously vanished, and she hadn't seen him since January 17th, nearly 2 weeks before Matthew was even reported missing. But investigators knew something wasn't adding up when Leonie insisted she hadn't seen Matthew in nearly a year. Surveillance footage clearly showed Matthew's truck outside her residence just days before he disappeared. With their suspicion mounting, detectives decided to search Leonie's home, hoping to uncover whether she might be hiding something. Or someone.
Did you notice anything strange that happened around here? Did you notice anything different around here? Or like signs of any kind of blood? Needles? What about needles or fentanyl pills or anything like that? Yeah.
So, if he's in there, she's there, he's there. You're obstructing. You're gonna get charged.
Yeah. Sorry.
Oh, just look at that. He's here.
Okay, I can only find one person dead in a trunk per year. That's my max.
Despite their best efforts, investigators found no signs of foul play or violence. Still, Detective Turney couldn't shake the feeling that something was overlooked, so he returned to speak briefly with Leonie, unaware she'd drop a crucial clue.
Arizona.
Yeah, with Jen Cannon.
As of the 17th of
January. He left us and his wife.
Leonie revealed that Justin had recently taken off with another woman named Jennifer, supposedly heading to Arizona to re-up on drugs and make some money. With this new detail, Detective Turney now found himself investigating the disappearances of 3 different people: Matthew Miller, Justin Mata, and now, potentially, Jennifer. Not yet aware just how closely connected these cases really were. So to move forward, Turney quickly looked into Jennifer and discovered she had recently been reported missing by her ex-husband, Sean Lannon. That name sounded familiar to Detective Turney, because just days earlier, officers had responded to a disturbing call at 817 Kingman Avenue, the same property where the remains of a tortured puppy had been uncovered. And the tenants evicted from that very house, Sean and Jennifer Lannon.
Oh, shit. It's all connected.
Finally, investigators were starting to connect the dots. 3 people, all closely linked through drugs and personal relationships, had vanished within days of each other. Detective Turney realized it was time to canvass the neighborhood surrounding Sean and Jennifer's former home, hoping a neighbor might have seen something suspicious or could offer the lead they desperately needed. That's when they found a neighbor whose security camera was pointed directly at Sean and Jennifer's old residence. And what the investigators saw on the footage would finally bring some much-needed clarity to their case. Without this neighbor's camera, detectives might have hit another frustrating dead end. And it shows just how important reliable security can be. Because when something happens, every second notifications in speaker. Disarm, There are money back. Get your fours.
Is your child struggling with a gaming addiction? Major companies behind games like Minecraft, Fortnite, and Roblox.
On January, never see him leave. Hours later, Sean is spotted on camera driving away in Matthew's truck. And when he returns, he's alone, on foot, and Matthew is nowhere to be seen. 2 days later, on January 28th, the same camera recorded someone loading household items into a red Dodge Dakota parked outside the residence and driving away. This CCTV footage marked a critical turning point for investigators. For the first time, detectives had visual proof of Matthew at Jennifer and Sean's residence. With this significant new lead, the next step was clear. Detective Turney needed to speak directly to Sean. Only his account could clarify what happened that day and potentially reveal crucial details about the missing trio. The next morning, Detective Turney reached out to Sean and agreed to sit down for a formal interview. Whatever Sean said next had the potential to shift the direction of this case completely.
So, first things first, let's get her into this missing. Okay? Have you ever seen Matthew Miller? You know who I'm talking about? Was he over at your house?
Yeah, it's been weeks. I'm not very much weeks, but it's definitely been about weeks.
Before the 3rd? Was his truck ever parked at your house? For more than like a day, overnight?
I'm not sure.
Have you ever driven his truck? You've driven his truck? When was the last time you drove his truck?
A couple weeks ago.
A couple of weeks ago? So, again, when did you find out that they split and took off to Arizona, ran away together, whatever?
It was 7 weeks ago. Came back and we come back.
Did you have anything to do with Jennifer's disappearance, Matthew's disappearance?
I don't think
Do you think something bad happened to Matthew and Jennifer?
I know Jennifer Drug and Choice used to be there when she came back with more bills than I could imagine anybody would have. She let those.
Man, I just got a really, really bad feeling about all this. You don't?
I do.
You don't seem...
I've been living in this circle for a minute.
Has she ever done this before?
Yeah.
During the interview, Detective Turney notices something strange. Sean remains unnervingly calm, especially considering his ex-wife and the mother of his 3 young children has just vanished. Turney begins to question whether Sean is simply a bystander caught up in a tragic situation or if he knows more than he's letting on.
He knows more. Let's be real.
The next day, Detective Turney would get his answer, as police received an unexpected call from a man named Josh Hall. Josh was an acquaintance of Matthew Miller and claimed he'd recently witnessed something that deeply concerned him, directly related to the strange disappearances. Investigators quickly arranged for a meeting with Josh, hoping his account would finally provide the breakthrough they were looking for.
Hey, man, what's going on with Matthew, man? That's my chick's cousin. Check this out, man. Check this out.
That's all me.
Check this out, man. Yesterday, alright, was at Kelly's. Right, Sean told me to go talk to you. And I guess he had to go talk to you or something. Talk to cops. He goes in Kelly's in the garage, stashes the bag in the ceiling. Gun, jacked his wife's IDs, some clothes, some other everything. Just stashes it there since he had to go talk to the cops. I was there. I was there. Sean killed all 3 of them motherfuckers, man. I'm telling you, he murked all 3 of them people, man. He's putting it off on Martha that he ran off and everything. Why in the yes? I don't know, man. Kelly's like my sister. I know all it, you know. I killed all 3. I know he did, man. I know he did. He did, man. I'm telling you. Come on, they find the truck right by his house. You know what I'm saying? And he was throwing a trip with it. You know what I mean? Like, Martha was his chick. Martha was here.
By himself. Get rid of the bodies.
He's a smart man.
He's kid.
Come on, how long they've been missing for? He just barely reported his wife missing. His wife's been missing since like the 23rd. Since last month, you know what I mean? She's been missing the same time Matt's been missing. And after he left and everything, went to go talk to you, Kelly went in there and opened that and everything. Strap, her IDs, some other personal stuff of hers, some clothes, and
I don't know what she do with it.
She wigged out. I had her with me the whole time. She was dripping. Oh. And then Danny Lemos took off with it. He was there too. Danny Lemos took the gun. Who? He took the shot.
What vehicle was
Danny walking?
Walking?
Yeah, he was walking. I'm telling you, man. Like he tripped me out yesterday. That's how I tied everything together yesterday when he did that. You know what I mean? Like I know he lost them 3, man. I know he did.
Josh claims that Sean arrived at the residence of a woman named Kelly DeSoto, carrying a bag he carefully hid in the ceiling of her home before leaving to speak with detectives at the police station. After Sean left, Kelly discovered the hidden bag, removed a gun from inside, and handed it off to a man named Danny Lemos, locally known as Dog, who quickly took the weapon and left on foot. When Sean returned and realized the bag was missing, he became visibly agitated, smashing his phone on the ground before storming out. These troubling claims raised immediate suspicion around everyone involved, including 2 new persons of interest, Kelly DeSoto and Daniel Lemos, both closely associated with Sean and Jennifer based on Josh's statement. Danny Lemos was nowhere to be found at the time, so Detective Turney knew he urgently needed to verify Josh's account by speaking directly with Kelly, and more importantly, find out if she was hiding anything that could help connect the dots in this increasingly tangled case.
This is easily the most organized buying section I've ever done. Link below to download the Opera browser for free.
Oh my god! I just won $60,000 for my car crash from this app.
Crazy. Like next. I'll finish it later, y'all. We can finish this later. I'm kind of tired of watching murders. I am falling asleep. Let's see what's up with Tommy G.
Potential is a difficult.
Nothing. Nothing's going on with Tommy G.
Today's episode brought to you by Surfshark, and look, if you're online without a VPN, you might
discarded in neat rows like. Now, at first glance, it appears unremarkable. Flat land, scrub brush, a scattering of abandoned ranches too dry to decay properly. Yet if you drive deep enough, long enough, you begin to sense it. A shift in the air, as if the land itself were holding its breath, hiding something beneath its barren surface. And it is. In August 2010, a man emerged from the brush near a military checkpoint, bleeding from his neck, trembling, barely clinging to life. He claimed that there were bodies, dozens of them, on a ranch just down the road. Naturally, no one believed him right away. People tend to say wild things when they've been shot. Still, they decided to follow him. And what they discovered would leave a scar across the nation. 72 corpses lay there, bound and blindfolded, discarded in neat rows like bags of trash. Among them, 58 men and 14 women, all migrants, all shot in the head, execution style. They had no names, no one waiting at the border to claim them. That was the beginning, and what followed was even worse. People were taken off buses and forced to fight to the death. Mass graves, some shallow, others deep and neatly stacked, spoke to the killer's expectation of returning for more. You want horror? Well, welcome to San Fernando. San Fernando lies in northeastern Tamaulipas, a region scarred by neglect. It's just a few hours from the US border, close enough to offer a taste of hope. That proximity makes it a natural route for migrants, men and women from Honduras, El Salvador, and Guatemala, journeying north through Mexico. They fill buses or hide in trucks, chasing the promise of something better. But hope is a dangerous companion on this road. The stretch between San Fernando and Reynosa is part of the notorious migratory corridor. At first glance, it resembles any forgotten highway. Broad shoulders, sun-bleached signs, stretches of farmland long abandoned to despair. Yet beneath the surface lies cartel territory. They were paid to, others because they were terrified. Drivers kept moving without hesitation, and residents stopped asking questions. The air grew thick.
As if I could.
Je m'appelle Sacha Goldberger, je suis photographe et je vais vous dire pourquoi j'ai choisi le Leica M11 pour raconter mes histoires.
Does not return. Victory is an illusion, a word we stamp on the last chapter of a tragedy and call it closure. But closure is not what a war leaves behind. Far from such content. They penetrate your psyche and make the hair on your skin stand up. They are utterly horrible. An on-site medical intervention that may have took place without anesthetic or pain relief medication. That is what a lot of the rumours surrounding the clip suggest anyway. The video itself is short at 26 seconds in length, but despite its short duration, it's utterly harrowing. It also comes with a sound warning, so beware if you think you see this clip on social media. As you play the video, you are met with a chaotic sight. You see a man who is laying on his back, on what looks like a black tarp, and he is being held down by a fellow soldier so that he cannot move. It also appears that he has cloth in his mouth in order for him to bite down on due to pain. Another soldier can also be seen kneeling over the man, and he's holding the victim's right arm, which looks badly damaged in and around the shoulder area, possibly penetrated by shrapnel, but it's hard to tell. The soldier kneeling over him is wearing blue surgical gloves, and he can be seen performing an amputation of the soldier's arm, just below the shoulder. He's using a small knife, possibly even a surgical knife, to carry out this procedure. The poor soldier in the clip lets out agonizing screams of pain as the amputation is being carried out. He screams through the cloth in his mouth, and they are some of the most guttural, pain-induced howls I've ever heard in all my time covering such content. They penetrate your psyche and make the hair on your skin stand up. They are utterly horrible. The battlefield surgeon makes sure to carry out the procedure quickly. He cuts through flesh and muscle, but it seems that the bone has already been broken due to the prior injury. You see blood collect onto the black tarp as the amputation is carried out. The screams continue to persist, and they echo throughout the room in which the operation is being carried out in. In just a matter of seconds, the arm is amputated, and the makeshift surgeon quickly moves it away from the scene. He gets rid of the severed arm, so that he can then attempt to stop the bleeding. You then...
That is crazy.
Despised. When the mob needs a scapegoat, it will find one. And by the time truth struggles to find its feet, battered and bleeding, the crowd will have moved on to its next feast. So what do we do with our anger, with our need for justice? We resist the first impulse. We build systems stronger, not weaker. We insist that due process, however flawed, is a sacred thing worth defending, not an inconvenient hurdle to be leapt. We admit that justice is painstaking work, slow, meticulous, often unsatisfying in the moments, because it must protect the innocent just as...
We did say we weren't gonna see anything.
At Avis, our only plan is to make sure you keep yours.
all aspiring nurses in Coachella Valley. Kickstart your career with SJVC's accelerated nursing programs.
So it looks like we've got a new alliance between two major cartels. This video
New
here just came
alliance.
out a couple days ago, and is showing a group of gunmen stating the reports of an alliance between Los Chapitos and CJNG. So to talk about that, we brought on today Stefano Rittendale of All Source News and the Chief Intelligence Officer for Arturius. We had Stefano on a couple weeks ago, an awesome resource to break down anything cartel related. He's got a new YouTube channel, a new TikTok channel, and a new Instagram account. Be sure to follow all those, as well as Arturius.
We all know.
Recently, President Donald Trump offered to send U.S. Special Operations personnel to assist Mexico with its drug cartel problems, and the current president of Mexico declined that offer.
What?
This refusal of assistance is because the cartels run the government of Mexico, and not the president, police, or even the military. And President Claudia Sheinbaum is either in fear of cartel retribution, or she is complicit and on the payroll.
She's on the payroll.
Cartels have their own armies, their own territories, and in many places, they've replaced the government. These aren't just criminals, they're warlords. So how did Mexican drug cartels come to control entire regions of a sovereign nation? Let's find out. How did the cartels take over the Mexican government? Which cartels are involved and how many are there? What is the reason for the Mexican government being unable to stop them?
Hello, I'm Colin Heaton, former history professor, Army and Marine Corps veteran, and welcome to this episode of Forgotten History.
Country for over 3 decades now in a ruthless war waged against government officials, average civilians, and even foreign tourists. Politicians, police officials, and mayors who challenged their authority have been assassinated, along with family members either killed or threatened. Many officials were hired and worked for the cartels. This reign of terror, as well as the cartels bribing officials, has allowed this to occur and even expand. Their actions include not just drug smuggling, but also weapons and human trafficking, which was a multi-billion-dollar business under the Biden administration when they opened the southern border. Attacks against foreigners in Mexico have raised significant concerns in recent years, with certain areas experiencing increased violence affecting tourists and expatriates. Most of these cases go unsolved, either due to the lack of investigative resources available to police or the corruption having infiltrated into law enforcement, giving the criminals cover.
4 minutes.
The impact of the cartel's activities have severely impacted American citizens, from drug overdoses due to fentanyl
The Diddy Files. It's crazy. This crazy title.
2013.
To another episode of Cold Fusion. Imagine walking into a grocery store to do your shopping. You grab a loaf of bread off the
Crazy conspiracy theories that turned out to be true. Project Hemisphere. If you're watching this video, you likely know what a wiretap is, right? Maybe you watched a movie about mafia bosses or drug lords and the police are trying to get information on them and they tap their phone. That's a real thing, and in those situations, that's a useful tool. But what if I told you the American government actually had a partnership with the third largest cell provider?
Mexico. Such as the Tlaxcala.
Stewie's entire story explained. Good politics.
He closed by saying, "I thank you for your time, and I hope to make it there. Sincerely, Clive Jackson Jr." Affiliation, and said that he never seen Clive before investigators came looking for him. Worksman stated, I want to make sure the public understands that he is turning himself in and intends to fight the charges. Antoine picked up his 2-year-old nephew, Dorian, and he, Worksman, and the family walked to meet homicide detectives. After hugging his family, he was taken away and transported to Men's Central Jail. His mother, Melanie, broke down crying. She wiped away tears as she said he didn't do it. She went on to say that the family had just learned that Antoine passed his high school equivalency test at Westside Academy, and he was one of only 2 students to pass the test. She said he had never been arrested, and his only brush with the law was 5 years prior when he got caught with marijuana in junior high. Sharon was relieved that he was in custody. She stated, "I knew sooner or later they would get him." Clive's aunt, Alice, was also relieved that Antoine was in custody. She stated, "I'm just glad he's off the streets." 2 months after Antoine's arrest, Clive's family and friends gathered to celebrate what would have been his 15th birthday. Balloons filled the house as Sharon prepared food and greeted guests as they arrived. A birthday cake sat on the table as Clive's loved ones shared memories of him. Sharon said she wants to keep her son's memory alive and hoped that his death could spark change. She stated, "I lost the most precious thing in my life. I don't want to see any other young man die like that." The trial began in late 2003. The prosecutor during the trial was a woman named Allison Matsumoto. Matsumoto painted Antoine as a bully that often sought out confrontation and told the court how he approached Ronnie at the party looking for trouble and then approached Clive at the bus stop looking for trouble, and if someone stood up to him, he would grab his gun. Multiple witnesses took the stand during the trial. Tony told the court about the incident at the birthday party and the shooting at the bus stop. He said he saw the handle of the gun under Antoine's shirt while he was fighting with Clive, but admitted that he didn't see him shoot. Gregory also took the stand. Initially, he denied seeing a gun, but later he admitted to seeing the handle of a gun under Antoine's shirt as he and the 2 others walked towards the bus stop. He said he was running down an alley when he heard the shots, but he didn't know who shot. Omar, the man who had been standing outside of the restaurant during the shooting, also took the stand. He said he saw a man with a ponytail pull a gun and open fire multiple times. Antoine was the only person present with the ponytail. Antoine's former teacher, Tanya, also took the stand. She said she had just left Westside Academy and was on her way to her second job, but first needed some gas. So she stopped at the station on Vernon and Western, but realized that she left her wallet at the school, and as she prepared to go back and grab it, she heard gunshots. After making it back to the school, Tanya said she was shook up because she had never been that close to gunshots, but she denied telling any of her coworkers about the shooting. When Matsumoto asked Tanya if she had been threatened or was afraid to identify Antoine as the shooter, she said she wasn't threatened or afraid, but she was concerned about her safety as a witness. The court allowed the statements that Tanya made about the shooting to her coworkers to be used during the trial. Also, when she made it back to the school, there was a conference call taking place, and a number of her colleagues from different Westside Academy campuses heard her statements about the shooting. After leaving to her second job, Tanya called into the conference and went into further detail about the shooting. She also said that she
How can you be the head of...
Car return, a little ways away.
So look, bro.
Listen, he's English, come on, don't do
No.
I want to see.
come on, don't do
No, no.
He in it. You don't see the title. Y'all ready? Alright, bet. Let's go.
Starting today's list off, we have a guy who confronted his cheating girlfriend at a restaurant. Now, when she gets confronted, she starts telling him how he's not doing the job anymore and...
Oh, just like a cheating thing.
As we're out in Texas today, we got...
Okay, so Stafford like...
Man, what's up, everybody?
In what world does slandering the creator who exposed you for being a manipulative creep ever...
Man, what?
In what world...
So look, bro.
Ex-NFL player Lawrence Phillips soon became known more for his legal run-ins with the law.
In Vegas, yeah, you.
Welcome back. What is next? What is trending? No, these videos are.
Check out these 2-foot.
Back in the earlier days of home consoles,
we have a problem. A lot of the restaurant chains that I grew up going to as a child are filing for
bankruptcy.
It's because a lot of them are now.
The war for the internet has begun.
This trial and everything that's going on. So I thought.
Yeah.
The cops told us. The cops told.
You tried to off me, Jay. Yeah, but that's in the past, though. I got.
Right behind me.
Wolf got into it.
Streamers and rappers always tend to have an interest.
So look, bro.
If you do right behind me is one of the world's.
Welcome to Hood.
So.
Oh.
From massive deals.
Considering what.
Yeah.
If I had.
I'm about to just head out right now.
At 5:30 a.m. on October.
On what began as an ordinary night.
Not finna. It copyrighted. Is there really no bit right now? This is the best we got right now. Is we exposing an Illuminati party? Really? Go on TikTok for a little bit, fuck it.
There's no way! The kids are literally, the kids are right there. No way! Look at this. What's going on?
We need to stay united.
It's time.
I get a call from his roommate.
Sometimes I wish I had $1 million.
If you owe the IRS $5,000.
Walk it like I talk it, 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 walk it.
Hola amigos, acompáñenme a conocer Maíz Eloto. Este es un restaurante de combinación comida mexicana con japonesa. Está ubicada en Avenida Principal de Las Palmas. Vean.
This is
I bet you $100 that I can outlift you. You don't believe me?
I don't know.
Bailalo, Rocky. Everybody clap if I have a fat ass. I know that's right.
Headshot? We going, bro. I don't give a fuck.
What's that one dude?
She was out there.
I'm forgetting his name, bro. Oh yeah, boy, cat. Something like that. There you go. What? Who's lame?
And is also a.
Okay.
The other day I woke up
with
Worst time to be
Apartments.com
alive, Gen Z.
capturing the hearts of hundreds of millions of renters. Everybody wants the secret to our success, but
The other day I woke up to two things. One, my Kurt Cobain poster falling off the wall again. Two, the realization that I might have lost the timeline dice roll, as somehow I've managed to be born during one of the worst times in all of human history. I was born in 2003, and as a result, I am now unwillingly a part of Generation Z. Or Gen Z, if you will. Growing up was fire. Everything ranging from the internet still coming up, playing Jetpack Joyride on your damn iPod Touch, or even the game-changing iPhone 6 dropping. Back then, you had the Hall of Fame.
Your work confession.
Today, I'll be talking about one of humanity's biggest fears. A job! This is a horrifying path that almost everybody will have to eventually face in their life, whether we like it or not. And most of the time, we don't. But everyone has to get their bread somehow. So we just gotta suck it up and pray that we win the lottery or our parlay hits one day. Because let's be for real, nobody want a job. Like, unless you got real aspirations for a certain type of work, I think most of us, if given a magical opportunity to get paid however much you get paid now and not work that job again, we would take it. Because most of us see jobs as a way to get by in life and try to make ends meet. There's no room for you to pursue passions in this economy. You better second guess that art degree and major in business so you can be an executive marketing promoter for $1 billion company. But I digress. I'm just saying, I doubt that is most people's passions to work at a 9 to 5 at a warehouse lifting boxes. I don't mean any disrespect, but am I wrong? Plus, it's fun being unemployed. As long as you got a roof over your head and don't need to worry about bills, most likely because you still live with your parents, then why would you want a job?
Shut up.
That sounds like it's taking away your time from being Grandmaster on Rivals and watching reels. Nah, that's too much. But eventually, you want to get your own stuff. You know, young boy tickets ain't free. Or life really hits you in the face and now you actually have bills. So eventually, we all have to get a job. However, you know what's harder than actually deciding to get a job? Finding one that hires you. I swear you could send 100 applications to 100 different places and all of them would still ghost you. You think with how many job openings you see, the businesses are desperate to find people.
That's so true.
But nah, it feels like they're posting it as bait, just to mess with people or steal your info. Not only that, if this is your first job, you're gonna have a harder time because even the quote-unquote entry-level jobs are asking for a qualification of having prior experience. Like, isn't that what this job is for? How is someone supposed to get experience and not be homeless while almost every decent paying job requires that? And trying to apply for a job on LinkedIn or Indeed is like sending your application into a void. I swear none of those people be reading them. You could have the most stacked profile on LinkedIn. You got a bachelor's, master's, discovered the cure for cancer. Then you send in an application for your dream job to your dream company. Then they write back to you saying, we've read your application. Unfortunately, the CEO's daughter has took your position that you applied for, so get the fuck on. Back when I was still applying for jobs, I literally gave up on sending applications on those sites because I'd never get a response back. Like, damn, was my application that bad? Even when your application does get noticed and you get set up for an interview, you still gotta go through some more bullshit-ass questions. Why did you choose our business? Y'all hiring. Like, what's up? What is your main motivation to get your work done? Money? What else am I here for? Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years? Hopefully not here. That's just me being honest with my answers. What do you want me to do? Work here for the rest of my life? This is a Wendy's. So you gotta lie with any question they ask. You have to make yourself look as good as possible. So you gotta fake it till you make it. Even if they asked you a stupid question like, would you still work this job even if there was no pay? You say absolutely. I always wanted to be a slave. Congratulations, you have successfully become employed. The end of your life starts Tuesday. After starting a job, I feel after the first week, you can find out whether you like it or quit it the next month. And it won't be the job itself to motivate this decision. It's your boss and coworkers.
Jiggle my balls.
They can make or break this whole thing. If you happen to get a chill boss and coworkers you can vibe with, that's amazing. That's how my last real job was. I used to be a waiter for weddings and other events. That job low-key had me stressing because I wasn't good at the start. I was awkward taking orders. I would mess up orders. And one time I even dropped a whole tray of food I was carrying at the wedding. Best believe I didn't get tips that day. And what would get me kind of jealous is that some of my coworkers would walk out and carry 2 trays full of food on one shoulder. Like, damn, bro, are you Samoan? Those trays are mad heavy and so out of balance. But you know what kept me going? It was the fun time I had with my coworkers and boss. They were cool as hell. We had a carpool to get to the events. It was always a vibe and a good time. They made my experience. Imagine working a 16-hour shift and walking out of it happy. One day I clocked in for a double shift for a wedding and a Sweet 16 at 9:30 a.m. and clocking out at 1:30 a.m. Granted, I was dead after that shift and had to take off my shoes more than once. But I got $60 worth of tips and went to Wawa after work, so I felt like Gucci. And I believe I only felt like this because the environment I was around was nice. Sometimes.
That's crazy.
I had to serve some aggressive people at some
People are
points.
Yeah, it's my birthday today. What can I get out here for free? You a bitch.
If I had trash co-workers or a trash boss, I would have not stayed at that job for long. I have zero patience for bullshit. Literally. Like example, the first job I've ever had in my senior year of high school, I was a janitor at a warehouse. I had no co-workers, so I had nobody to talk to, and my boss was not a bad person, but a bad boss. I'd be working shifts that were 2 to 3 hours every few days, cleaning the break rooms, hallways, and bathrooms. So my pay wasn't even that good, but since I was still in school, I was just thinking, I'm making money and I got more time to study and goon. That sounds like a win-win. But when payday arrived, I would only be paid for half the hours I worked, sometimes less. I was already barely working as is, combined with a salary of $13 an hour, cleaning up pee-pee and poo-poo. Man, I'm not taking it. Plus, he only paid me through Cash App. You've ever had a job that only paid you through Cash App? Man, I had to go. I only worked there for a few weeks. He did pay me the rest of the money after, so he cool, but man, warehouse jobs are not it. My patience dwindled faster when I got accepted at BJ's, and I worked there for 1 day. I asked to go to the bathroom and left during orientation.
No way.
Discovered they weren't what they advertised. How you gonna call yourselves BJ's without expecting people to have certain expectations? That's false advertising. So I left. That wasn't really the reason. I just didn't want to work in the freezer. That's when I started my waiting job, then YouTube, and now here I am. Unemployed since. I'm just saying I can understand the struggles of looking for and having a job. Especially the ones you only take to make ends meet. And the unemployed life can be really fun when you have stuff to fall back on. If not, it will only be short-term satisfaction. Eventually, you have to get a career, deal with any of the shortcomings of it, and do that for the rest of your life. The American dream! So when looking for a job, make sure to get one that you like if you have the privilege to do so. That's all I really wanted to say. And in conclusion, enjoy unemployment while you still can. Different strokes for different folks. It's so on, it's Scooby-Dooby-Dooby.
You ready for me to turn up the heat in this?
The fuck?
Got two twin Glocks, turn you to a dancer. I don't have no straps for nobody. I don't got no straps. I got a pack, hit him and do it again. Fucking I'm a friend. I have a girlfriend. I don't have no young ladies. Don't DM me. Y'all is dope. The song was made in January. I bands, one day I'm flying to France. Drinking till the land. Nah, I never went to France. But one day I will. I wanna go to the Eiffel Tower when I go to France. The first thing. The airline took one again. Crashed Ferrari, so I hopped in the Benz. I don't even drive. I don't even know how to drive. That's dead. For real, don't know when I stay out of town. I get done when I stay out of town. 500 chops, I got 500 rounds. 500 plots, I got 500 pounds. I don't think nobody know nobody with 500 pounds. If you got 500 pounds, I don't know. I don't know if I trust you. It's a lot of stuff, 500 rounds. I don't know if I trust you either. Say that she don't want no one. Still trying to get a little closer. I ain't even gonna lie to you, bro. I'm chatting. It just rhymed. The end of the shit. I'm like, yo, let's put the hook back. I don't remember who getting closer to who, but she definitely trying to get close to me though, for sure. So yeah, we gonna leave it like that. She trying to get close to me.
You know, one thing I can appreciate about Lil Tecca is that he keeps it real. He's not out here pretending to be someone he's not. Yes, he acknowledged that he raps about guns, women, and this hedonistic lifestyle. And honestly, I can see why he does it, because that's what sells. But when it came down to it, he was true to himself, he lived in his truth, and he let us know that that's not what he's about. And honestly, I can't do anything but respect it. Especially when we have a whole set of rappers who rap about and promote this lifestyle that they don't even live. I mean, these rappers are negatively influencing a whole generation of youth, and they don't care. A perfect example of that is Future. He might be the #1 rapper when it comes to promoting drugs. Future has so many songs about drugs. I genuinely think that a cool 25 to 40% of Future's lyrics are about drugs. He has songs like...
So what's wrong with Future? That's crazy. I didn't hear this.
Codeine crazy, Percocets and stripper joints, drinking and smoking, high-tech tech, feed me dope, Zanny family, world on drugs, Oxy, Perky's calling. This dude has a whole album called Dirty Sprite. After seeing him talk about drugs so much, it's shocking when you see clips like this.
But it just came a time where it's just like I'm walking around with 2 cups all the time, all day, leaving the cup, forget about the cup. Now my day getting more busy. I'm trying to think about the cup.
I'll just be for real though.
It's always there.
Is it always there? Like, it's just the cup. I'm older now. It's like, if the cup don't even look right at this point.
Yo,
we walking around with a cup in my hand all the time.
Right.
It's like, so it was just me. I grew out of it. It wasn't a thing where I just had to force myself. Like, man, I grew out of it. I started seeing certain things, and it was just certain messages that was popping up, and I just didn't ignore certain signs.
And of course, after being exposed by a bunch of people, Future eventually came out with the truth, but at that point, it was too late. The damage had already been done. So he admits to growing out of it, and he admits to seeing signs, so he obviously saw that there were things that were wrong. But even while knowing that, he selfishly chooses to do this.
It's like me taking a chance on, like, when I didn't want to tell nobody I stopped drinking lean.
Why did you have to tell him?
Because I felt like, damn, they're going to be like, oh, his music changes because he ain't drinking lean no more. Oh, I can hear it when he changing. It's just like, and people are like, damn, why you don't even say it? It's like, but it just be hard when your fans so used to you a certain kind of way, is that certain persona, you be afraid to change. You be like, you're afraid if they not gonna even accept me no more.
So bro's whole excuse was that he's basically afraid of falling off and losing that core fan base that connected with him over drugs. And you might be thinking there's no way that there's people out here, you know, kids out here who are letting these rappers influence their lives. Well, Juice WRLD was a real life example of just how influential these rappers are. He literally ended up passing away due to a drug overdose. And this is what he had to say about Future and the influence that Future had on him.
You always had issues with drugs even before you started to get famous, and Rich?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it was something that I was into early, low-key, due to music. Because, like, I was a music head, so, like, in 6th grade, 7th grade, I'm hearing songs about sipping lean. Those are, like, the real influential years, I feel like, especially for, like, a boy. Like, finding out who your role models are, what you like, basketball, football. That's, like, when you start kind of choosing the dreams you want to chase, damn near.
Right.
So, like, 6th, 7th grade, I was hooping, was playing baseball. I was good at both at the time. But I was also like freestyling, and I was really into music. Like I used to damn near worship the shit. Like I was into music so much. So my family putting me on to all this different music, Future, Gucci, all these talking about drugs, bro.
You can't help but ignore how fun or how interesting, at least, they're making Xans and lean and all the shit sound.
Yeah, bro. Like when I heard Future, the first song I ever heard by Future was "Ain't No Way Around It." The second song I've ever heard by Future is Dirty Sprite, like off the first Dirty Sprite mixtape. And that shit had me wanting to sip lean at like 11, 12 years old, bro.
Yeah.
First of all, I want to say RIP Juice WRLD. And I also want to mention how crazy it is that even after Juice WRLD passed away, Future dropped Charge Me, where he said, if another rapper OD, they might try to charge me. Molly, perks, and codeine, that shit got me godly. Percocets and codeine, they look at me godly. If another rapper OD, they might try to charge me. Molly, perks, and codeine, they look at me godly. Acknowledging that you are part of the reason why someone passed away and being this unbothered is insane. Brief intermission, I'm trying to get to 100K subs so I affiliated with the Bloods and acting like he was really about that life. Not only did he get extorted, but he put himself in a situation where he ended up snitching and ruining his rap career. We also see this with Gunna. Dude was claiming YSL, claiming that he was slime, especially on my reaction channel 40 Shams Live. Pretty messed up of Future to do, promoting that type of lifestyle in general, especially when he wasn't living it. Future is mad talented. I don't think he needed to talk about drugs for people to relate to him or to really vibe out to his music. And I honestly don't know when these rappers are gonna learn to just be themselves, because at the end of the day, it always ends up working against them. For example, with 6ix9ine, dude came on the scene acting like he was affiliated with the Bloods and acting like he was really about that life. Not only did he get extorted, but he put himself in a situation where he ended up snitching and ruining his rap career. We also see this with Gunna. Dude was claiming YSL, claiming that he was slime until it was time to get in that courtroom. And I honestly don't know why these rappers feel like they have to portray this lifestyle. There's a good number of rappers out here who don't necessarily affiliate themselves with anyone, but at the same time, they don't come off as soft. For example, DaBaby. Now, I might be wrong on this, but I've never heard him claim to be a Crip or a Blood. But at the same time, nobody thinks he's soft. He literally pops someone in Walmart, and there's videos of him beating up several dudes. Now, he does let it be known in his raps that he isn't to be trifled with, but that's still his authentic experience. That's who he really is. He's not faking it.
Son, what you don't do? What you taking your shit off for? Come on, you a bitch.
Holy. Get away. You scary ass nigga. Get away. Them police in here. Damn.
And I'm honestly shocked that there are still so many people who believe that these rappers are actually living the life that they rap about. Like, no exaggeration, if we just went straight off lyrics, these rappers are making it seem like they're catching a body every other day. They're catching a body if someone even looks at them wrong. Some of them make it seem like they're putting up more numbers than serial killers. Honestly, the only way
There we go.